next presenter is the most active, involved class president that I know. He and his classmates are celebrating their 50-year reunion this year. And many of his classmates are here this evening. But I just want to present to you the president of the class of 1969, Mr. George Rad.
These podiums are still high. Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to all of our recipients of this 2019 Husky Wall of Distinction honor. Today it's a real honor for me to stand before you to present this Husky Wall of Distinction Award to Dr. Kirk A. Shinsky, Louis E. Dieruff graduate, class of 1970. Though I graduated from Dieruff in 1969, and I was pretty active at that point in time, I didn't know Kirk. And that's probably due to the fact, no, it is a fact, that he was in the more intellectually advanced classes that we had at Dieruff at that time. He was into science, and the only thing close that I could have gotten even remotely close to him is that I took up space and NASA wanted me. So this gentleman was a genius in every sense of the word. And I'll explain, and I think you're going to see why I feel that way. I did get to know of him when I was requested to honor him with this newly established Husky Wall of Distinction Award, and I must say, I'm in awe of what Kirk and many of our fellow Huskies accomplished. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to Kirk's parents, John and Lorraine Shinsky, for giving us Kirk and his brother Kevin and his two sisters Pam and Heidi. Dieruff is blessed to have had the Shinsky family walk in our Husky hallways, and to having John in his early 90s being with us today. So thank you, John, for all you've done for us. For reasons only God knows, Kirk was taken from us at a young 31 years of age. And as I stated previously, I'm in awe of what this genius was involved with and what he accomplished in his short 31 years of life. And only God knows how much more he could have contributed to making our planet and humanity a healthier, safer, and better place to live. Here's a few achievements, only a few, of Dr. Kirk A. Shinsky. While at Dieruff, Kirk was named the most promising young scientist in the nation in a science talent search sponsored by the Westinghouse Corporation. Kirk's entry was a demonstration of nuclear physics for which he designed and built a pair of small electrostatic accelerators with which he demonstrated beam-to-beam collisions. Now, Linda and I Googled this. Neither of us understood what it was, and I asked Spock and Scotty to please beam me up before the collision. Also as an exhibitor at the International Science Fair that same year, he was chosen to attend a program at the Atomic Energy Commission's Argonne National Laboratory in Chicago. Amazing. For his early achievements, Kirk was cited and recognized by our Pennsylvania State Senate, Lehigh County Commissioners, the Lehigh County Soil and Water Conservation District, Allentown City Council, and the Mayor of Allentown. In 1974, Kirk graduated from Cornell University cum laude. In 1976, he received his master's degree from Princeton University. In 1976, he won the Arthur G. Shenstone Award for Experimental Physics. It's a figment of my imagination. In 1978, he earned his doctorate's degree, also from Princeton University. His PhD thesis experiment was a measurement of the inclusive production of hadrons in electron-positron annihilation carried out at SPEAR. That's S-P-E-A-R, which is the Stanford Positron Electron Accelerating Ring, which is also affiliated with the United States Military Self-Defense System. In my opinion, Sheldon Cooper of The Big Bang Theory on TV is actually Dr. Kirk Shinsky, but Kirk is not as nerdish and self-centered as Sheldon. There's an article that was sent to me by Kevin, which I'm really happy he took the time to send this to me, and there's a pretty big headline in the New York Times. And I'm just going to read a small portion of this. It says, protons pushed to speed of light. Revolutionary atom smasher keeps U.S. in forefront of physics. Keeps the U.S. in the forefront of physics. One of the biggest gambles in the history of particle physics paid off Sunday when Fermi National Laboratory in Batavia, Illinois, announced that it had successfully pushed protons to nearly the speed of light with a new atom smasher of revolutionary design. The success ends a decade of worry and work on the project and marks the inauguration of the world's most powerful machine for probing the heart of the atom. Again, amazing. I can't even fathom that. And this is what Kirk was involved with on a daily basis. He was talking about protons. I only know of croutons. He was involved with electrons. I know photons. He understands photons. I'm thinking of wontons. Again, he was a genius. And he came through the halls of Louis E. Dieruff High School. Quite an honor for Dieruff and all of us in Husky Land. Dr. Kirk Shinsky was a professor and member of the Cornell University physics staff, a professor and member of the Lawrence Berkeley Laboratory scientific staff, and a physics professor at the University of California, Berkeley, and was responsible for upgrading the advanced undergraduate laboratory course at Berkeley. Tremendous achievements by our Dieruff Husky. Dr. Kirk Shinsky is a product of a saying that was told to me by a dear friend, Greg Hurd, a past president of the Pennsylvania Association of Realtors. And he said, things you do for yourself die with you. Things you do for others live forever. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Shinsky, brother of Kirk, to receive this honorable Wall of Distinction Award presented to one of our legends who will live forever, Dr. Kirk A. Shinsky.
Good evening. I look out there and I don't see many people sleeping. So George, you did a hell of a job with that subject material that you had to go with. Well, on behalf of Kirk, it is a real honor to accept this prestigious award. Our entire family, who's sitting here in front of me here today, is always very proud of Kirk and all his accomplishments. I would like to thank George for the wonderful introduction to Kirk. How he got all that stuff, it's amazing. But a special thank you goes out to Mr. Roy Orlata. Is he here tonight? Roy was a teacher here at Dieruff High School, and he always remembered Kirk. And it is because of him and his nomination of Kirk that we're here tonight. So thank you, Mr. Roy. Kirk was the most smartest person I ever knew. He inherited that intellect from my parents, our parents, mom and dad. My dad is here tonight, as was said. As a sibling, it was very difficult following Kirk through the education field, and especially through high school, and living up to the expectations what Kirk had when he went through. Pamela, who was 3 years behind Kirk, and Heidi, who was 6 years behind Kirk, were known by the teachers as Kirk's sister. Me, being only a year behind him, I was just called Kirk. So imagine going through high school and always being called Kirk. But that's the impression that he gave to everybody. The intellect he had was well beyond that. Just like his first place that he had in the science talent search, for the most promising scientist of the nation as a high school student. I just have to read it again. I know George said it. But he won that for designing and building a pair of small electrostatic accelerators of which demonstrated beam-to-beam collision. You want me to explain what that is? You're never going to get that out of me. It's just amazing. So wow, whenever I think of that, what he was doing. And I still remember him and my dad being down in the basement, building that contraption. Amazing what got built down in that basement down there. It's unbelievable. For Kirk's time at Dieruff until his passing, whenever he talked to me about his projects, I really tried hard to really understand what he was talking about. Really, I did try. But I would get through about the first 2 words of what he was talking, and after that, all I heard was blah, 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 blah. He was on a level way beyond anybody else. And we could see that day in and day out as we were growing up. And it was just not in high school, it was well beyond that. Kirk's recognition today brings much joy to his father, who is out here, along with him and my mom were major influences in his life. And again, that's where he got his intellect from. The younger siblings he had was Pamela and Heidi, who were with us, and including myself. I was right there. Our mom, Lorraine, who passed away a few years back, would be beaming ear to ear right now. And I'm sure Kirk, who passed nearly 36 years ago now, would be ecstatic if he was here today, but also very humble. He's a very humble individual. So from Kirk and all his families, thank you, Dieruff, its Alumni Association, and all the people whose hard work and dedication made this delightful evening materialize. So thank you very much.